TGIF. It's Friday! This is Dee with Divine Needle. And we have been through some craziness. Whew! So, the sun signs that I normally do on Thursdays and Fridays have been getting waylaid by the divine. So, I'm getting the hint that they don't want me to do them, possibly. I don't know. But it definitely recently, they've made it so that it's impossible for that to occur. So you'll have to forgive me for not doing those. And I likely won't this week either. Today, I'm going to be recovering after a huge amount of lack of sleep. Grand Rising! It's good to see you guys. So, yeah. So, sun sign readings are, at least for now, not happening, but it's supposed to be that way, I suppose. I have a lot of fun doing those myself, but there have been roadblocks. We had Apollo go missing. And so I spent my entire day yesterday because my husband, that's like his baby. And seeing the look on my husband's face and staying up till after 3 o'clock in the morning waiting for Apollo to come home the previous night. And then seeing the look on his face the next morning when the kitty still wasn't here. Well, that set me into motion. Wow, 222 on the screen just a second ago. Anyway, that set a chain of events yesterday for me because the hubby wubby had to go to work and I went to work, but not doing what I normally do. I was on a mission to find the kitty. Anyway, after putting out posters, 18 of them just around the block right here, and enlisting the help of the little neighborhood boy who brought me these kittens in the first place. Because he knows the neighbors really well because he mows lawns, so he talks to all of them a lot. Trying to solicit new business, right? Anyway, after a full day of that, Apollo returned. So I don't know if somebody had taken him inside and thought, "Oh, what a sweet little kitty. He doesn't have a collar or anything." That's because he manages to drag off his collars all the time. I don't know if they saw the posters and then let him back outside or what happened. It was very strange. He showed up. Artemis saw him first, and she was at the back door looking out and acting funny. So I went over to the back door to see what she was looking at, and there's Apollo. And that was yesterday evening. Oh, yeah. And I've got something very strange going on. I've had things where they've waken me up using my daughter's voice, my son's voice, rapping on my bedroom window, just like my son would do when he got locked out of the house and wanted to wake me up so I could let him in. If he forgot his keys or something. Um, that's been something that's been ongoing for a while. It hasn't happened in in a few months, something like that. But the other day, I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning to a dog barking outside our bedroom window, a small dog. And then after Apollo returned yesterday, I heard a small dog barking next to the back door. And I mean, right next to the back door. And I jumped up immediately and went to go see, you know, the little dog, because you could tell by the bark it was a small dog. And my son heard it too. He was standing there. He heard it clear as day. It was loud. It was like it was right next to the back door. I went outside. There was nothing. Nowhere around. I checked both sides, went around the front. Nothing. No dog. Yeah. So interesting, right? And this happened right after Apollo returned home. And Apollo was acting strangely, like he didn't know us almost. It was weird. Anyway, after just a short time, he um, started acting like his old self. It was just, I don't know. I can't even describe it. But what a day. And it was so sweet. The neighbor um, boy that brought the kittens to me in the first place, he came back after going around to the houses. He said, "Well, no luck." He goes, "I did find another kitty that looks kind of like him, but he's got black feet instead of white feet, and the people that have him are trying to give him a new home, but no luck." And he offered to give me the kitten that he kept. And I usually don't go to tears very easily, but I started crying because it had been a long, stressful day. And Apollo wasn't home yet at the time. And it was so sweet that he offered to give me the other kitten that kind of looks like Apollo a little bit, and to replace Apollo. And I was like, oh, and I started bawling. Yeah, full out bawling like a big baby. Not even joking. Anyway, so very trying times. I am 100% exhausted. And yeah, so today I'm just going to take pretty much a me day. But I'm definitely doing the morning reading so that you guys have a little FYI on what's going on out there. Anyway, I wanted to tell you guys about the planets right now for today. There's some interesting things that kind of stood out to me. Of course, Saturn being at 13 degrees in Aquarius, that's always interesting. And then the other thing that I noticed is Neptune in Pisces at 22 degrees and Black Moon Lilith at 22 degrees in Taurus. And then you have the Wounded Warrior at 11 degrees, which is half of 22, in Aries, Chiron. And then you have Uranus, Gaia, at 11 degrees in Taurus. So the ones and the twos. And then, of course, the North and South Node are at 12 degrees, one in Sagittarius, the other one in Gemini. The ones and the twos, lots of that going on in the chart today. So, the moon happens to be in Aries right now. We are coming up on new moon in Taurus. And that is on the, guess what? The 11th. Don't fear the 11s. And that will occur at 2 p.m. Central Time on the 11th. And that's this coming week. I'm going to do a reading on Saturn going retrograde. Saturn will go retrograde, or no, is that Saturn that does that? Yeah. Saturn goes retrograde on May 24th, which happens to be my mother's birthday. And I'm going to do a reading on that this coming Monday. So 2 weeks in advance to it happening, to see what happens when the timekeeper of the holodeck goes retrograde. So that should be an interesting reading. And then we have Ascension Day on Goddess Day, the 13th, coming up here, which is fascinating to me. The timing of that right now. Anyway, now let's get to the Sabian mysteries. The Sabian mystery picture. When I first looked at that, that looked like a cloud. Oh, sorry. Looks like a cloud right here. And looks like some of those rockets they've been sending up recently. There's been a lot of launches lately. Lots of them. And that looks like, the main body of the rocket in the middle and the two side dealies, right? And a little bit of something coming out of the side. And I don't know, something that reminded me, I don't know, of signals or something. I don't know. And then the other thing this reminded me of was see, that's darkness. So nighttime. And I don't know, maybe like a window in a ghostly mist. But if you read the thing, it says a woman holding a bag out of a window. But it doesn't explain what this misty looking stuff is. Maybe fog. Coming up out of the fog. I don't know. It's dark out. So let's see how that plays into the reading. Should be interesting since they've been pointing our eyes at the sky, making us look upward of late in the readings. So that's always an interesting topic to me. Oh, your aunt has the same birthday, May 24th? Yeah. Geminis. My mother is a Gemini. Okay, let's take a look at the show's end for anything they have for the collective. Wow, okay, that card was okay. Schizophrenia. It feels a lot like that right now. Yesterday felt that way. But I don't read the words so much on the bottom of the card. We have a 2. And that to me feels a lot like that. See the clouds here? And someone feels like a bridge between two sides. See, there's 2 birds up here. And the number of the card is a 2. It's like this one's joining 2 sides, making a bridge. All right, let's check out rest of the reading and see what's up. But that energy feels similar, like maybe this is shooting up through there. I don't know. Because see how it looks like it's shooting across past clouds? But what the Sabian Mystery says about that picture, the title of it, doesn't match up with what I'm feeling from that picture at all. Okay, but we'll see. So let's get into the overall energy for the collective this weekend. Overall energy for the collective this weekend. What do we need to know? Overall energy. Okay. Overall, the Magician, the Ebony Shield, the Tower, Holy Water, and the Grotesque is in the overall energy. Move these up here. What is the highest priority for the collective this weekend? What is our highest priority? Highest priority. Messenger of Earth. And what do we need to be mindful of and or prepare for? They're making me work for it today. Dark Horse, standing in our power. Okay. Underlying the joined one, two of cups, two of chalices. Okay. A little messy, but that's okay. Here's something interesting. This photo, this picture. While I was shuffling, something reminded me from yesterday. Let's see if I can find it really quickly. Good luck with finding a card quickly in a deck of a whole lot of cards, but I will do my best. I know what the colors are, so there it is. That was yesterday. See how this is moving. See the big arrow. This movement, this direction. Well, if you put this sideways, that arrow fits into that right there. Intensity. Intensity. Up through the clouds, right? A very focused intensity. See how that lines up with that? What are you guys trying to tell me here? Maybe it's about another launch. I don't know why they're so focused on that, but they are. They want us to turn our eyes that direction, so we will. All right. The joined one. We always take a sneaky peeky at this. The joined one. Two of chalices. Stronghold of the Zephyrs. That is the air messenger. So some sort of messages coming in over the airwaves, like internet or something like that, or, could be satellite, you name it. Convalescent. That's going to be me today. The hollow void, journeyman. Okay. Anyway, the joined one is our underlying energy. Let's look at the two of chalices. In external alchemy, the joined one guides us to choose our allies. It designates an outer accord, but also an inner accord. In internal alchemy, the spirit guides us to unite our anima and our animus. This is the spirit of two becoming one and an omen of perfected love. Two becoming one. Two sides. Two sides bridged. Huh. Two becoming one. And an omen of perfected love, love in all its divine forms. Abyssius abyssum invocat. Sea calls to sea, or the depths of me calls out to the depths of you. Do not neglect the relationships you cherish. And then the overall energy for today. The magician, manifestation energy, the queen of earth, tower moment, holy water, big love, and unseen power rising. Also, focusing on lack mentality in some readings. Anyway, Major Arcana, key one, magician. The Magus is the personification of created thought. When this key appears to you, the call to action is exercising the powers of your mind and you will achieve your greatest potential. The Magus appears to you now to help you manifest discipline and focus toward mastery over your own innate talents. Never forget, you have the capability to manifest your thoughts into reality. That is the divinity in man and the powers embedded within your spirit. Embody the alchemist and transmute what is of little value to what is of great value. Invent and reinvent. You know, these two sides coming together, and we have the joined one. Two sides coming together. The ebony shield, power and authority of earth. That is the queen of earth. The Queen of Orbs brings nourishment so that you have the vitality to accomplish your goals and the strength to overcome your challenges. She bears the apple of knowledge that will fortify you with all that you need to be your most resourceful. The ebony shield brings protection around your wealth, luck, gains, and earthly dominion, so that others cannot take what is yours. When the ebony shield appears to you, she is making her presence known so that you might take prudent action to preserve your assets and capital. Save, invest, and be more mindful of your security. A female ancestor or one from your maternal lineage can appear to you through the ebony shield. So, Earth energy. So we're looking at Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn right there. The Tower. Key 16, Major Arcana. So, an Earth, somebody with Earth in their chart manifesting a tower. The tower is the spirit of disappointment when you feel what you have worked hard for is not propelling you toward higher ground that you desire. The spirit of the tower appears when the message you need to hear is this: change your direction. Before the physical construction of your great work can manifest, you must focus. Um, huh, yeah, you must focus. No, you must build a solid inner foundation. Focus on that inner foundation, and when the conditions are right, the physical construction of your great work will manifest. This is the moment your material and spiritual worlds collide. The spirit is of the tower appears to you now in an effort to guide you through the challenge of dismantling your own preconceived notions. A talisman is given to you, a battle axe which you must wield to remove any obstacles in your way. Heed these teachings. There can be joy in sorrow and stability in change. Lux mentis lux orbis. Light the light of mind, light of the world. Key 16 can also be an omen of armed conflict. Manifestation energy, dealing with your material world and a tower. Armed conflict. Over holy water. Ace of chalices, purifying. And if you realize this not only affects you as individuals, these readings, they can resonate for things that happen to you in your daily to day routines. But the microcosm and the macrocosm, these things can also play out on a grander scale. So keep that in mind, because I have a feeling this is both for sure. You are being cleansed. You will find the inner peace you seek. Water is alchemizing in your world. So, a tower that causes a cleansing. Water is alchemizing in your world, materializing as concord or fruitful development in home and family, the domestic sphere, or promising prospects in love and relationships. Your soul is being purified by what is to come. Unions are forged. What fills you will wash away past hurt. There is renewal. So, fruitful development with unions being forged. Hmm. And the grotesque. 5 chalices. That can be focusing on what we lack mentality, but it also has other meanings. The grotesque is loss after waning of joy, a personal feeling of disfigurement, a mystery, and unseen power rising. When your blood, sweat, and tears have been expended without yielding fruition or meaning, the grotesque is the spirit who will appear by your side. Yet beyond the grotesque are two intact chalices, symbolic of powers and personal talismans to help navigate social circumstances where you feel like the disfigured one, the outcast, and to gift you with arcane powers that have always been reserved for the grotesque ones. Your differences, which others have denigrated, are the very powers and talismans that will catapult you above all others and toward greatness. The grotesque is the spirit here to guide you on that daunting aspiration. So, unions being forged, an unseen power rising, a tower moment that brings on a big old cup of love and a cleansing, and all brought on by an earth magician. And it's about the material world, the 3D holodeck. Hmm. Highest priority, messenger of earth. That is the stronghold of the veil, herald of the darkening. Page of Orbs. The stronghold of the veil comes bearing an important message to you or an opportunity about your assets and resources, money or business matters, and that which relates to your personal economics and industry. When the stronghold of the veil appears in a reading, the offer events or opportunities to come are ones that will help you make your mark in your world. These are opportunities for establishing yourself. Perhaps there is a mundane matter you are facing at the moment or will face. The Page of Orbs may appear to you to offer insights on how to best navigate that situation. The stronghold of the veil appears when you need to hear whispers of counsel on what measures to take next. Of all the pages, she is most connected to everyday ongoings of your world, of mortal and earthly life. She also appears to guide you through shadow work. The presence of the stronghold of the veil can also be an emissary sent from the underworld, a divinity of earth, vegetation, a divinity of wealth, a liminal deity, one of crossroads, thresholds, and gateways, or a pantheon from the Western Hemisphere. And the dark horse. An unseen power rising. Hmm. I wonder if that has anything to do with this Osho Zen. Because that's like rising up through the clouds, right? It almost feels like that bridging two sides, Ascension Day. Maybe they're pointing at that. It is an arrow, after all. They could be pointing at that, quite literally. Ascension Day, holy water cleansing, right? Fascinating. There's always more to these readings than what is at face value. Always. What to be mindful of, prepare for. The Dark Horse, Seven of Scepters. The Dark Horse is the underdog who blindsides the naysayers and will emerge victorious. I've got naysayers, by the way. Of course I do. Whenever you disrupt somebody's vision of the paradigm, their world, and you disrupt that and dislodge it, they become angry. That's their first reaction because that anger, and they direct that anger at you, even though what you said might resonate in some way deep down inside of them, and they know you might be right. And that really shakes their world and it makes them mad as a hornet, and they direct it right at you. That's a thing. And they come at you saying that you have that what you're saying is about negative Negative energy. I don't want anything to do with negative energy. But what they just said was so negative. It was unreal. Yeah, negative energy. That's a thing. Anyway, the dark horse, 7 of scepters. The dark horse is the underdog who blindsides the naysayers and will emerge victorious. You are being cornered or are outnumbered. The dark horse appears to you ready to stand shoulder to shoulder with you as you take on your opposition. You will emerge in prominence and glory. Take that fighting stance and ready yourself. The dark horse is marginalization personified, and yet the spirit is extraordinary in both strength and stealth. This is the spirit of valor who has come now to empower you with courage. When outnumbered, you resist. You know, here's here's something that's interesting. The Georgia Guidestones are talking about, they say a lot of things, but they were talking about a new universal language that doesn't it's you that new language is like energy. So there's no way, it's like telepathy. What they're describing is telepathy to me. It's about you get not only the verbal sort of communication in the head, but you get the feeling behind it. The languages that we use with our vocal cords tend to be very easily, yeah, the living language. Exactly, Lepo. There you go. It says it on the George Guidestones. A living language. Because you can say something or say a whole lot of somethings, and somebody's summation of what you said can be completely different than what you actually said. It boggles my mind because of the what's lost in translation, because people's perceptions and people's thoughts and their little microcosm, right? Their little microcosm has a lot of filters on it because they don't want to see what there is to see. They just want to see what's inside their little microcosm. They don't want to take those blinders off, do they? Because that might rock their world so badly that they literally become that word right there. It takes a great deal of power and fortitude to open your eyes and look at your world around you and what is it really made of? What's really going on? Some people can't handle it. They just can't. It rocks their world way too much. And that's unfortunate. Anyway, a living language. It's really strange because people fear what they don't know. They really do. They fear what they don't know. And they use filters to keep out what they don't want to hear because it would rock their little worlds way, way, way too much. Right? Grand rising to all of you. I'm so glad you're here. But, and they hear what they want to hear. It's fascinating to me because, like over on my other channel, I talk about things that rock people's worlds just a little bit. People need their world rocked. They need to wake up. And they totally misconstrue what you said. And completely, yeah, they're filters. They totally turn upside down anything that you say. It's really bizarre. And some of the comments I get, I mean, some of you are channel owners, you know what I'm talking about. Some of the comments you get, you're going, "What? Where was their head when they put that up?" You know? You can't help but have that. But we must blindside those naysayers, right? Because the truth, that Ace of Swords, right? The Sword of Destiny, that is the most important thing on the planet. Mhm. And we all must be messengers, for sure. The ones that are awake. The others, I don't know. They have a hard time, wrapping their minds around all of it, and I get that. I don't understand some of it myself, so I totally get it. Yeah. Anyway, a living language is on the Georgia Guidestones. And I, admittedly, way back when I was first starting to wake up, was in fear of the Georgia Guidestones. But there was a great deal of things listed on there I 100% agree with. 100%. There's a lot of brilliant things on those stones, including a living language where people actually communicate and they actually get the full picture. It's like when they give me visions, like the daytime visions when I'm awake, when I get that, it's like a little motion picture that comes to me. It comes to you in a second, in a heartbeat. There's no misconstruing what they're telling you. It is what it is. You don't have the messy filters um, of people's microcosms getting in the way. It's fantastic. That's the living language, telepathy. And it's the language you all used to use communicating. Your emotions and everything were communicated, and there was no misconstruing. Unfortunately, the languages all got split up and it became a vocal thing. But yeah, not that that's horrible, because there's a lot to be said for that, but it also is hugely lacking in many ways. Communication, right? Communication is a very, very important skill, and so few people are very good at it. Anyway, that's my spiel for this weekend reading. If they draw me to say more about this energy, I'll post it. And if they draw me to do further readings over the weekend, I will do that too. And we're going to get one more card going out. One more card going out for the collective. Ordinariness. Whew. I like that card. Oh, it's a number 8. But take that away, that word, and look at the picture. A woman with a basket gathering flowers out in nature. I really think, like Miss Tomu's been doing and on her channel, you guys should definitely check that out. And Miss Melody, Oracle of the Crows, their channels, both of them. Miss Tomu takes little nature walks. I think we all should do that this weekend. Get outside and enjoy the holodeck. Take a well-earned break. Anyway, and then get the camera to focus again if you can. Yeah. It doesn't wanna. Come on, come on. You know you want to. Yeah, you do. Do, do, do. It's thinking about it. There we go. Anyway, interesting reading. Two becoming one and a cleansing. I don't know. And the unseen power rising, the dark horse, which is the messenger of earth. A lot of earth in here. We got the ebony shield and the messenger of earth. That's Queen of Earth, messenger of earth, and manifestation. All right. It'll be interesting. See how this plays out. I hope you guys have a grand weekend. If I don't talk to you until Monday. Anyway, don't forget Mother's Day is this Sunday, guys. You have time still to get cards or what have you really quick. So honor the mother, okay? The mother of earth. Honor it. Have a good one. Talk to you later.